Hello, friends. How are you? It's winter, it's cold. Yeah, we've been from summer. Some days ago, it was like summer, and the day after it's winter. So we've been from 27 Celsius to 10, 8. And we had rain. This is great. We're gonna have more rain and a lot of rain for 3 days coming. So this is quite nice, but it's chilly, and but when it's sunny like this morning, I could, be in the sun and sunbath and really enjoy it. It's really, really nice. And today I saw my baby monster coming, that is rare, and the jay also that came. And so it's a winter time. It's time to be more inside, and so I'm sewing. I took the sewing machine and I am fixing things that I wanted to fix since a long time and transforming. And I love this process of transformation, making something new with something old, and being excited about, the result and to wear it. So this is quite nice. I'm rediscovering a lot of things because I have so many clothes that I collect since so many decades, but I forgot sometimes I have this or this, so I'm doing new combinations. A lot of things. And I wanted to do this live for something quite amazing that did happen. Some of you maybe remember that for the orphanage, with my follower Sonia Ludwick, she did everything for the orphanage to get a grant of $100,000. And I just had the news some days ago that she was able to, with the Ludwick family, to get another grant of $75,000 to buy the land besides the land they bought to build the orphanage. So another grant to buy the land beside and to build the playground, covered playground for the children. So this is really wonderful. I'm really, really happy about that. It was a nice surprise. But you know what was amazing, and maybe I spoke about that. I did a kind of spring cleaning some weeks ago. I started excited, and it's not finished. I'm like reorganizing everything and all. And I found the pot that I made years ago, like a prosperity pot, lucky pot. I don't know how you can call this. It's like a kind of Asian thing where you have a special pot and you put things inside that to bring good fortune. So I did this many, many years ago when I was in Malibu. And when I I found the pot recently, I realized that when I did that, it was when I came back from Nepal in 2018, and that I put even in the pot the Nepalese little flags, for the blessings, the scarf of the orphanage of the children. They gave me a scarf, a little scarf. So I put everything with the intention that something be great for the orphanage. And I never realized that all these years, yes, things has been great. And I was like rediscovering my pot that normally has to be hidden. So I was organizing, and you have to put it in a very hidden place, dark place, that you don't see it, you forget about it. But normally every year you have to open it, take off everything and go through the thing and maybe add new things. And with the moving from Malibu and all, I've not done it. And last day I discovered the pot and I put everything outside in the sun. And it's then I realized But when I put this in 2018 in that pot that I forgot, I realized how it has been amazing for the orphanage. My intention was realized. And, you know, I let this outside. So you have Chinese coins, you have little piece of crystals inside, shiny thing, like a little treasure. So I let this outside in the sun and the night. And after I put back everything in, and I put also back the things from Nepal and the scarf and everything, you know, with my intention in general that things be good and that, you know, goodness can come for me, but in the world. And I decided to put the pot in the sun, not in the closet hidden in the dark. I put it actually on the deck with other ceramic that I have. And I forgot about it. I said, I was feeling inside of me that it was feeling good, but the pot was really happy to be out. So I said, okay, I'm going to do a change. A few days later, really like 2 or 3 days after, I have this message from Sonia Ludwick telling me, I have a good news. We got the grant for the orphanage for them to buy the land beside and to build the playground, covered playground. I was like, and suddenly I realized the pot thing. I say, wow, it has been almost immediate. The answers were amazing, you know. So I was like, I cannot believe it. And in the meantime, I had Lila, the founder of the orphanage, who sent me a message telling me the 12th of November we start the building, because beside that, what has been grant to buy the land, after they needed money to build the orphanage. And Lila, when they bought the land a couple of years ago, he said, yeah, but we don't have money to build. I said, money gonna come. Don't worry, money gonna come. And I didn't know what was going on. And one day, Lila told me, there is a German association, they finance the building. And I was like to say, you remember? I told you money gonna come. And it came. And you just have to put the intention. So now the building started, they did the blessing, on the place where they're gonna build. And the building starting on the 12th of November. And I'm curious to see in 1 year from now how it is. It should be very well advanced. So you see, everything is falling into place, and where we put our intention with our heart, without, obsession. Don't be obsessed. Things comes their way. You just have to trust the process and say, okay, it's going to come when it's the right time. And it's like that. And I think with what the time we are in right now, a lot of people are a little bit, depressed and like if there is no solution to the big mess that we are. But for me, as I said always in my video, often it's necessary that there is this kind of health crisis to be able first to feel that we love when we are alive and feel good, and to realize how it is when we are alive and feeling good, and that we want that state, because sometimes we forget about that. We forget about appreciating. We forget about gratitude. Every single day I was going at the garbage can before, and it was like, maybe stupid to say, but a moment of grace, because I realized fully how it was wonderful to have my legs to walk to the garbage can. And it was like, oh my goodness, thank you very much. I can walk, I can really, feel good in my body as I have no pain, no joint pain, nothing. I'm amazed and I'm thankful every single day about that. Sure, it's because I'm taking care, and also I don't have the same stressful life that I had when I was younger. I cannot say I'm retired because I'm working quite a lot. Shooting and organizing and editing, and it takes a lot of time to raise money for the orphanage. So I'm quite very busy, more than when I was model, because when I was model, I was not working every day, but now I am working every day, and it's not work. It's like playing. It's like when I was working as model full-time, part-time, full-time, but it was my main occupation before, taking care of this, of the orphanage, of the child and everything. I was like playing. For me, it's never been work as a kind, the word work has a kind of heaviness. It's like something, an obligation to do, something that is not fun to do. And it's not fun for a lot of people, for sure. It's not fun at all. But I am very grateful to have the opportunity to experiment, happiness in what I'm doing, to be excited of next shooting, to be grateful to be able to do everything by myself, being isolated here. So this is the thing. So I wanted to share this with you and to tell you, stay inside, it's a time to be introvert, also because it's winter, but also because what is going on in the world, to really find deep inside of ourselves the strength, the force, to be in touch with this inner power and to really take care of ourselves, to be with the body and be grateful to the body and go in. And when there is a pain, instead of avoiding and take a painkiller, try to work with the pain. I had this for a couple of years, a lot of pain in my skull, and I know it's because energy is shifting. So because there is a higher frequency on the planet, so I'm not scared, I'm not afraid, I'm not worried. I work with it, and recently it's happened often morning when I wake up. I have this kind of pressure on my skull, on my bones, and I decided since some weeks now, I said a firm no to my body. No, I don't want that. No. And I let me guide it. The morning I stay in my bed, feeling my body, breathing, investigating, feeling if there is a pain somewhere, there is not, but putting life in my body, like consciousness in the body. And I've been guided when I had this pressure on my skull to start to put more pressure on it. And like being very attentive to the reaction to the pressure, how it could enhance the pain, or there is a response. It was interesting to see it was a response from the body. and to go with it and to find a rhythm. And this made me think about the osteopathic therapy with the re-imprinting the right movement of the bones. And I was connecting to my dear friend, who was an amazing osteopath in France, and connecting to his spirit and asking to be guided to do the right thing on my skull to ease the pain. And what came to me, it was pressure that I had to do with a certain rhythm on certain part. And after a while, maybe 2 or 3 minutes, suddenly came to me, go on your rowing machine. So I say, okay, I'm going to do it. I had still the pain a little bit I was feeling, you know. So I follow the voice. I've been on the rowing machine and watching around nature and doing my exercise. And by being with nature, looking around me, this beautiful, amazing landscape here in the desert, enjoying the moment, after 10 minutes I realized I had no more pain. And I think it's because I did not resist the pain. I went in touch with it to see, to discover how I could release myself that pain. And to connect to the spirit of my friend, because when I started the pressure that came naturally to do this pressure on my skull, I said, oh, this is like when he was doing osteopathy. And it's for that I thought of him and I connect with him. And by doing that, my hands started to want to go at that part or back of the skull and that. And I did. I follow that kind of guidance, to the point that this was surprising to me when I got the message, go on the rowing machine. So this is a time, as winter, it's a time we can really be in and do this investigation, breathing and bringing intention of goodness and of opening of consciousness, and it's respond because we are guided by our invisible being that is connected in the invisible realm by all the invisible spirits of different people that we met or that we know, and we can connect like that and we can be guided. So this was quite a very interesting experience, and now I do it regularly and it works every time. So I'm not very present on social media, in video, because I need time for myself, and it's like a couple of years now. I have the feeling that I gave a lot during the health crisis from 2020 to 2024, I can say. 2023, 24. I gave a lot of presents. And I don't see the point to be more present, to speak about what, because everything has been said. And I have the feeling I'm always saying the same thing. And for me, it's a little bit boring. So it's for that I'm not really present. I wanted also to say I have to do this in French as well, because I have requests, and also because middle of December I'm going to be close to Paris in Vanves to do a shawl sale. So if some of you in France or in Europe are interested, I could bring the shawls with me and ship them from France. It will be easier for Europe and cheaper for sure. So I will be there. The sale going to be from the 12th to the 14th of December, 12, 13, 14 December, the afternoons. It's going to be at the house of my friend, and I will give the indication for people who want to join, and I will give all the information at that time. But if you are listening to that and you are in Europe or in France, maybe some people, French people are also watching this and understand, let me know if you have a specific shawl that you would love that I could bring with me to ship it from France. It's going to be, end of the year holidays, and sometimes we want to make some gift, or to make us some gift as well, to ourselves, and it's the time for that. So I wanted to share this with you, and if you can, I will post about that in stories for sure. And if you are interested, you can let me know. I'm going to see if I have some question. Oh, also, I have someone who asked me about, it seems like going on something else, but I'm going to answer to that because maybe some of you have the same question. You know that I am working with Sleep on Latex as collaboration to raise money for the orphanage. Sleep on Latex use only certified organic latex, and there is a big difference with certified organic latex than natural latex or organic simple organic latex. Because some mattress can be latex, or topper can be latex or pillow, but without the certification, often there are synthetic foam that are mixed with the latex, and this doesn't give the same result as the natural organic latex natural. So someone asked me about the platform I have, because me, I love to be very low. I could be even my mattress on the floor, but I have a little, it's not really it's a platform, it's a slate frame in wood that is from IKEA. So the height of the slate is like 2 or 3 inches, the slate frame, and there are the wood frame on the top, and this is what I have. And I put my latex mattress on the top. Some people are going to say, yeah, but it's not very well ventilated. Me, I work with my mind. I decided that it's perfect for me. And even I could be on the floor, I could be on a tatami, like the Japanese, for me, and it's not ventilated neither. So it's... for me, it works very well. I love it. I sleep well. And I wanted to give this precision. Be sure you have certified organic latex. And if you want to have the contact, you send me a message, a private message, and I will give you the code. That will not give you a discount because their prices are very low. But it's going to give 10% for the orphanage of your purchase. So this is quite nice. And I may go end of January in Sri Lanka to visit the organic farm of Evea trees there. So I'm quite excited about that. And to see the process from, getting the soap of the tree to make the mattresses. Voila, so I don't have any question. I don't think so. I'm going to check again. I wanted also to invite you to take some distance with all... I see someone who has a silly question. I wonder what is a silly question. To take some distance with all what you can see in the media or social media, the fear mongering about Free Eye Atlas, the invasion of the aliens, and all this mess, and the world we see outside of us, it's the world that is reflect our way to think. So our way to, it's reflect our inner world. So check it out. What do you project outside? What is scaring you? What is attracting you? What could make you at peace or happy? And the same, have an intention about that. And with what is going on in the world, with all this war, we are potent in a way that we have to face this, not to avoid it. Because when we face it inside of us with our heart, we decide, no, we don't want that. And by that, we create an egregore with a force that can counterbalance what is going on. And we are in this time of revelations, and everything is coming to the surface. A lot of things are revealed. And they are revealed exactly in the right time, when it needs to be. So take it easy. Don't fear. For me, this is something be afraid of and scary, and it's all this is not in my vocabulary, because when you pronounce these words, you go on that frequency and you resonate, attract, if you want, similar frequencies, similar situation with that frequency. So I understood this process very young. It's for that my life is quite peaceful, because I can watch what is going on online. I don't have TV, so I don't watch the mainstream media. But I can watch, but I can take distance, and I can have determination inside of me, how the vision I have of the world, and how I want this to, evolve. And I am quite often very, I can say happy. Not about the war, not about the killing, or not about this, but I'm happy to see how people are opening themselves to bigger consciousness, how people realize what is going on in their countries, in their government, how, realize also to make a connection with the blood sacrifice that always been in humanity, and that are right now at work. Blood sacrifice of any kind, that you be human or animals, is what we see. So this is to stimulate inside of us that we don't want this anymore. And by this we create an egregore that doesn't want this, that counterbalance what is going on. It's going to explode eventually much more. We're going to face, I told this in 2020, that it will be narrower and narrower and difficult. But it was not the end, that it will be far to be. But we are now soon in 2026, and it's going to be quite intense, more. So, but it's by us, the people, to make the change. There is no savior. There is no Messiah coming. When I hear people say, oh, Jesus has to come, my goodness, manifest it in yourself. And by this, we're going to manifest a collective Christ. So this is what is at work. We are at the Aquarian era about the collective, joining together. And Christ is to manifest the Christic energy is to manifest by each of us in our daily life. And this pass by integrity, authenticity, no lie, to tell our truth, to don't hide, to, with any pretext, to don't hide things, to be authentic. Integrity. Integrity bring also to dignity. And when you have dignity, you are really in touch with your inner power. And you are stronger. So this is what is going on. And all what is going on is to make people cut from that, from in themselves. So, and since many years, we had, the health crisis. We saw how this has been orchestrated for people to comply and to go against things they eventually didn't want to do, and they did, by fear or to comply for any reason because they needed this or this or this, and it's understandable. But now it's more and more that. So don't comply. And when you don't comply, you found your place, Me, I did not comply during this health crisis. And I lived very well. I was quite amazed because it has been, I think, the best decision I did during that time for myself, because it was not right for myself to do these things, so I have not done it. And by that, I've been more in touch with my inner power. And by that, I was able to be more creative and to raise money for the orphanage quite very well. So it's that, it is each of us to bring this Christic energy by our behavior and to counterbalance the Antichrist energy that is at work through individuals around the world that are connected to that energy. The Antichrist is not one person. The Antichrist is a force that is acting through individuals that are anti-life, that has interest, that are for blood sacrifice, because it's the same frequency, the same force that is at play and that is fed by these kind of rituals that can be war, or what we saw so terribly in Canada with the ostrich and all this kind of thing, killing the wild horses here in the country, and all these crazy things that humans are making. But this, back of that, it's blood sacrifice, and it's feeding this Antichrist. So when we see that it's not one person or that is coming to save us, or one person that is destroying what it's forces at work through individuals. What forces you want to be connected to? And this is clear. There are not many, there are only two. So you have a simple choice to do. And life is about choice. I made several times choice to don't work for some company because I don't felt it was not right for me, because of the ethic of the company, or because of I didn't have the warranty I requested. So, but for that you have to be in touch with your inner power, to don't be scared to don't be afraid to lose something, because what you get in return is much more important and valuable than money. I refused a job like I should be in New York right now. I refused a job like some days ago again. So, and I'm happy to don't be in New York right now. because now they speak about a blackout here in the US. I just saw this. I'm not really a lot on the social media right now. And I just saw this post that apparently we are going on boycott and to don't use and to don't buy gas and all that. So I'm going to follow this too. And we'll see. We'll see how this, because it can come only by us, the change can come only by us, just by us, individually. We are not nothing. People say, oh, we are nothing. And no, it's not true. It's not true. We have value, each of us, no matter who we are, how we are. It's not a question of social position. We are divine beings, so we have value, and we have to express that divine essence, through our act, through our behavior, through our commitment. So this is what I wanted to share with you. So thank you. I'm checking if I have some questions. I wanted to see what is a weird question. I'm curious. And the law of attraction. This is words that are put on a very natural phenomenon about, just put an intention with your heart. It has to come from the heart. And let do. And trust that it will come in the right time. And sometimes it can take 10 years. Sometimes it takes like 3 days, like this thing that happened some days ago with the grant for the orphanage. It's when it's the right time. So, thank you, and at the next time. Bye. Bye-bye.